You run your mouth all over town, and this one goes out to the sound of breaking glass on my Range Rover. Hi, my name's Hannah. This week on The Lame Plan, our theme is rants. And I have so many things I want to rant about, but I can't rant about all of them. So I chose feminism. Hi, scene change. I am adding something as I'm editing this. If you do not know what feminism is, or you say that you're against feminism, this is the video for you, because I'm going to be telling you what it actually is and not what you think it is, because I guarantee you, if you are against feminism, there's a good chance you've got a little bit of a misconception on what it means, or you're assuming that all feminists are like the stupid social justice warriors who are like, men suck, we don't need men, because somehow we're going to figure out how to reproduce without men. Those people suck. That is not feminism. That is not what feminism is supposed to be. I will say, a lot of modern feminists are really stupid. And it sucks that that's true, but it is. But a lot of us are not. So this video is explaining to you the difference between a feminist and a misandrist. Because a lot of feminists is just like poorly covered up misandry. It's a hard word to say. If you don't even know what that word means, just watch the video. And it's funny because people make fun of feminists for getting triggered all the time. Yet the other day I wore a shirt that said feminist, and I would say a good 10 people were offended by it and were triggered by it. So if you don't like feminists because they get triggered all the time, yet if you find out that I'm a feminist and that offends you, I would like you to look at the situation, because you're being extremely hypocritical and you're kind of stupid. Sorry, not sorry. It's the truth. Disclaimer over and out. Now, I'm not saying you're a bad person if you're not a feminist, but if you're against feminism, I've got a couple issues with you. Let me start off with what feminism is. Feminism, let's Google the actual definition. The definition of feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. Nowhere in that definition does it say women are better than men, or women are lesser than men, or men are better than women, or men are lesser than women. It's equal. I don't want to tear down anybody. I just want to build people up. Therefore, here we are. Here we go. Right there. This is where we should be. This is not where we are. This is where we should be, though. There are people who have a problem with feminism because there are people out there that people like to call feminazis. I do not like this term. This term is stupid. This term is comparing feminism to Nazis. They're not even similar. I do not like it when you compare the two. It's bad. For lack of a better term, there are bad feminists. I don't have a good term for that, but a bad feminist in my mind is somebody who's all, girl power, men suck, we don't need men. Those are bad feminists. Let's say there's a case where it's a guy against a girl, and the girl is in the wrong. A good feminist won't be like, oh, the girl's right just because she's a girl. No, a good feminist would be able to see who is right in the situation. She's not gonna constantly be like, girl power, Taylor Swift.
Still, Taylor was offended by Tina and Amy and told Vanity Fair, quote, you know, Katie Couric is one of my favorite people. She said to me she had heard a quote that she loved that said, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. As Sheryl Sandberg notes in her wonderful new book about women called Lean In, that quote is originally from former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright. Hopefully we can move beyond that quote and have it relegated to history, because women helping women just because of their gender is pretty sexist too. Women helping women just because of their gender is pretty sexist too.
Women helping women just because of their gender is pretty sexist too. Pretty sexist too. Pretty sexist too.
You're a bad feminist. I do not like Taylor Swift. I have a burning hatred towards Taylor Swift. One, because she's a bad feminist and she gives feminism a negative connotation. Two, she's just stupid and she's rude and she's just... That's besides the point. This rant is not about Taylor Swift. This rant is about feminism. Yes. So I'm going to go through all the wrong ideas people have about feminism. The first wrong idea is that it's saying that women are better than men, which I just talked about, which is not what feminism is at all. We are not saying anybody is better than anybody. We're saying it's equal. Do you understand? Comprende? Cool. The second thing is that people think that men can't be feminists. Boy, that is further from the truth. Or guys think you either have to be a girl to be a feminist or you have to be gay to be a feminist. And that is not true. Just because you are a guy doesn't mean you're not allowed to think that people should be equal. It isn't, oh my God, just like, I don't understand your logic. I would like you to elaborate. Anytime there's an argument and somebody says something negative about a woman and a woman is like, hey, that's not nice, a guy's response, not necessarily guys, but a lot of times it is a male, because most males are afraid to say that they are feminist or just straight up aren't a feminist. Here's an example. I was in biology for like freshman year, I think, and my biology teacher said that a woman threw, I think it was like a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and then this kid was like, there's no way a woman threw that, there's no way. And then a girl was like, why is there no way that's possible? And he was like, there's no way a girl could do that. I was like, sir, women can make muscles. Biologically and like physically, no, women cannot get as big and as buff as men can. We are not built the same. It is not in our genetics. It is not in our DNA. But that doesn't mean that we can't do muscly things. But anyways, so she was like, well, just because she's a girl, she can't do it. And he was like, oh, more of this feminist crap. It's like, she's stupid feminist. Like, who do you think you are, you feminist? That made me so angry. Just because she was standing up for a woman, he's like, more of this stupid feminist crap. As if it's a bad thing to be a feminist. I was like, okay, you need to stop talking because you're just digging yourself a grave right now, sir. You are digging yourself a grave. And I will throw you into that grave, just like, and I would make that noise too. I would go, hey sir, you see that grave you just dug? Just like that. Now, in the same topic of feminism, there is also the very controversial topic of Planned Parenthood. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. My camera died while I was filming that. Fast forward like a day or two, and I'm at my mom's. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in the car because I don't want to be in there because I don't want people to hear me because I'm getting heated and yelling sometimes, so yeah. I believe the topic of discussion when we left off was Planned Parenthood. People think that Planned Parenthood is just abortion. It is not. Abortion is a big part of Planned Parenthood, yes, but it is not all it is about. It has to do with any type of planning parenthood. For example, birth control, condom wearing, stuff like that. There are a lot of people who are against Planned Parenthood for the whole reason of religion. Because a lot of people, their religion is completely against any type of birth control. They don't believe in condoms, they don't believe in the pill or shots, they don't believe in abortion for sure, they really don't believe in that, and stuff like that, and it has to do with religion. And if that's the case, I still don't agree with it, but that's fine. I respect it. Even if you still are pro-life, and it has nothing to do with religion, you're just pro-life, I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I get where you're coming from. I'm not going to sit here and tell you your opinion is wrong. That is stupid. Though it goes against my beliefs and my thoughts of being pro-choice, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're a horrible person, because I know you're probably sitting there saying that I'm a horrible person because I believe in pro-choice. If you are completely uneducated on this topic, pro-choice means I believe women should have the choice of whether or not they want to get an abortion. Pro-life is I'm against it. They shouldn't be able to have the choice. Abortion should be illegal. I am pro-choice, as well as a lot of humans. And a lot of humans are not pro-choice. And I get where both sides are coming from. But I think if a woman gets pregnant and she does not want to be pregnant for whatever reason, whether it be it was an accidental pregnancy, whether she was raped, whether really, I can't think of any other reasons, but if she doesn't want to carry this child, she shouldn't have to. It's not up to Donald Trump to say, no, it's bad, you shouldn't do it, it's illegal. It's not up to him. It's not his body. I'm not saying men shouldn't have an opinion in abortion. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is they shouldn't be allowed to say, no, you can't do it. They should be able to have a say in it, yes, be able to be like, I don't know if you should do this, I don't know. But it shouldn't be completely not an option. They should have the choice. That is why it is pro-choice. In no way am I saying, yeah, let's kill these babies. No, that is not what we're saying at all. What we're saying is women should have the choice. Let me give you an example. Say a woman is raped and she does not want to live with this constant reminder of her rape. Now you might be thinking she can just carry it and then give it up for abortion. That's 9 months of her life that she has to be constantly reminded of what's happening to her. Then she has to push it out of her body and go through immense pain with something that she didn't even ask for. As a matter of fact, she said no, and it still happened. You shouldn't deny her that right. You shouldn't. Or say it's something as simple as a girl goes out, gets drunk, has a one-night stand. Oops, she's pregnant. She should have the choice. If she's not ready for a kid, then she shouldn't have to have a kid. Yes, you could give it up for an adoption, but there are so many kids in the foster care system right now, and their lives suck. I have friends who are adopted, and they have told me stories about how horrible it is in the foster care system. It's bad, and they're overflowing, and they're not funded enough, and there's just so many issues. So if a woman wants to get an abortion, she should be allowed to. That is my feelings and beliefs, but I can understand where you're coming from if you feel that abortions are bad. There are people out there who say that they're not a feminist for the sole purpose of being a feminist kind of gives a negative connotation, like we're just social justice warriors and stuff like that, which isn't true. Those are, like I said before, for lack of a better term, the people who are like, men suck and women are better and stuff like that. For lack of a better term, those are bad feminists because they are giving people a false idea of what feminism is. And people are too lazy to just Google the definition of feminism. Here's some things about feminism that really get me angry. A long time ago, there was a bill that was supposed to be passed that basically said equal rights for men and women. There's no difference in pay, there's no difference of anything. And the reason why it didn't get passed was because of angry housewives who didn't want to have responsibilities. And that makes me sad, but it's the truth. And there are people who I shall not name names who I've heard say, quote unquote, I don't like feminists because if it wasn't for feminists, I would be able to sit on my ass and do nothing while my husband did all the work. And then I could maybe cook him a little dinner, take care of the kids, and my life would be great. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do it, go ahead. The whole thing about feminists, the whole movement with women doing that, was so you had the choice to not do that. Because back in the day, that's all you could do. You had no choice. They wouldn't let you do anything else. And things with the Woman March where people had the argument, I'm trying to understand what rights you don't have. The point isn't we don't have any rights. The point is that we're trying to honor the people who work so hard to get us these rights. There are people out there who I don't think understand what it was like. Like there's these people, another person who I shall not name names, likes a lot of more masculine things, like hunting and, all these masculine things. And I don't think she understands, another person who says she doesn't like feminists, I don't think she understands that if it wasn't for feminists, she wouldn't be able to do that. They would be like, no. And then you'd be like, screw you, dude, I want to. And then you would be considered a freaking feminist. Some people, I swear to God. Now to end this, if you say that you're not a feminist, that doesn't make you a bad person. But saying that you are against feminism, unless you got a real damn good reason why, I don't like you. Whether you're a girl, whether you're a guy. Just because I'm a feminist doesn't mean I'm gonna defend every single girl out there. If you screw up, I'm gonna call you out on it. This yelling making me thirsty. But yeah, it's cool if you don't call yourself a feminist. I mean, I don't get why you're so against the phrase feminist, but it's fine if you don't. But if you are against feminism, whether it be for whatever reason, whether if it's for some reason you feel that people shouldn't be equal, then screw you, do not talk to me. that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. Things are still happening. I'm sure you noticed Bear did not post. Bear is quitting. We have added a person. Their name is Rory. We'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry. We're figuring it out. It's a work in progress. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.